you guys, it's Friedia here, and today I'm going to discuss something that's a little bit TMI, but it's something that I actually didn't know and I wish someone had told me, which is having flat nipples. I wanted to make this video because when I found out that I had flat nipples, I went straight to YouTube to Google stuff, and I only found like 3-4 videos. I guess a lot of people don't talk about it, so I just wanted to put it out there and say, don't give up. And there are solutions, and yeah, you're not failing as a mother. So I never thought of my nipples of being flat, but I also never had the trouble of if I ever went out without a bra for my nipples to pop out, because it just didn't. But I didn't think of that as being flat nipples, or I actually didn't think of it as being a problem for breastfeeding. And it's actually not a problem. But when I did have my baby, right away a lactation consultant came by and she just wanted to check up and see how everything was going. And as soon as she glanced at my breasts, she was like, oh, you have flat nipples and it may be a struggle in the beginning. And that's when it first hit me. I was like, what? Flat nipples? Struggle? What? What? Why didn't anyone tell me this? Even though she told me that, I thought, don't worry, I got breastfeeding in the bag. It's gonna be great. Actually, it wasn't. It was a real struggle, and for him to latch on took quite a while. And in the beginning, I did cry a few nights because I just thought I had failed as a mother and I really wanted to breastfeed, and I was just giving up. I went to the pediatrician and I told him about my problem because we had to go right after the baby was born. And he told me about getting a breast pump and doing formula and this and that, which is okay advice, but I really wanted something a little bit more encouraging, and he wasn't giving it to me. So I talked to my midwife, and she told me to use a nipple shield or a nipple shell, which I had never heard of. And so that day, my husband went out and got one for me, and it helped so much. If you don't know what a nipple shield or nipple shell is, it's basically a little plastic thing like this that looks like the top of a bottle, and this one is from Medela, and I like this one a lot. I've only tried this one. I have researched and looked at other ones, but I really like this one because it has this opening for the baby's nose, and the plastic's really thin, so it kind of just latches onto your nipple without it feeling uncomfortable. I know there's other ones that kind of look like a bow tie, which might work for some people, but I feel like this whole part really helps just staying on the breast. What you do is you put this on your boob and you put your nipple so that it goes right in the middle over here, and your baby will suction. He'll start sucking, or she will start sucking, and your nipple will actually little by little come up into this little nipple piece, I guess. They had 3 sizes, small, medium, large, so you better make sure that you have the exact size that you want or need, actually, because you don't want to get something that's too small and it will hurt your nipple. Because this, what it's supposed to do is eventually while he's sucking, it'll help make your nipple kind of pop out. For a good week or so I used this, and I got really scared that he would just get used to this and he wouldn't just latch onto my breast without it. I don't know, I had the fear of not having that connection. I did cry a few times being like, what if, and what I need to tell myself from now on is don't overthink it. It's only temporary. And my midwife was very confident, saying that it's very easy to wean a little child off of a nipple shield. So I just trusted her, and for the first week my baby was underweight, about a pound, so I really wanted to get his weight back. And I didn't want to do formula. Not that I have anything against it, I just didn't want to do it. And I kind of wanted to challenge myself to see if I could. And so I tried using this for every single breastfeeding time. Every time I nursed, I put this on. And then eventually what I did was, for the first few minutes, I would put this on and let him get used to it, and my nipple would kind of come out a little. Then I would delatch him and put him back on. And when I would do that, yeah, it would be a struggle because he's like, wait, what happened? Why isn't there a nipple there? But eventually he got the hang of it, and what I did read was that your nipple, even if it's introverted or flat, that your nipple will gradually start to build its way out, which is fascinating to me, again, because all of these things that your body does to keep it functioning is really amazing. You'd be surprised on all the stuff that happens that you have no clue about until you read about it. People that have flat nipples, don't get discouraged. Right now, I am on week 3, almost 3.5, and I actually don't need to use this anymore. My nipple has come out. I know this is really TMI, but my nipple has come out enough for him to just latch on without this. And another thing that I would recommend is a lactation consultant. I actually haven't gone to an official lactation consultant, but I have talked to both of my midwives, and they've given me advice. The biggest advice was, I thought that if the child was just sucking on the nipple part, just the part that comes out, that it would be okay, but it actually isn't, and it hurts a lot after a while. You want your baby to latch on to as much of the areola as possible. Doing so will make your nipples less sore, and it's just better in the long run. And it's still, even though he latches on to everything, it's still building my nipple out, so it's quite fascinating. There were a few struggles for me. One was he would just sometimes latch onto the tip, which can get very, very painful after a while, because it's really hard to get him to latch on to the areola part when there's a plastic. I'm sure he gets confused. So when my nipples started to hurt, I first used the Medela Tender Care Lanolin that the hospital gave me. It's for sore nipples, it's safe for mom and the baby, and it's all natural ingredients, yada yada. But it didn't really help as much as I thought it would. And then I went online and I read that this brand, the Lansinoh, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Lansinoh, this purple one, they actually sell this at Target, which is awesome. This actually helped a lot more. Like, it really protects the nipple, and it's the same. It's safe for your mom and your baby. It's hypoallergenic. It actually says to put it on before you take a shower so that when the water hits your nipples, it's not so painful, which is a good idea because it hurts. After a few feedings, I take a hot little towel and I kind of wipe myself off and, you know, massage your breast, and then I add a little bit on here. But because this is really thick, you're gonna want to either have a nursing pad or one of those little pads on your bra or in your tank top, because it can stain and it does sometimes come off and it gets a little gooey. But if you don't mind that, then it should be fine, and it really does help. So I highly recommend this brand. I'm sure there are plenty of lactation consultants around. I heard about the Leche League. Leche League? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll try to put the link down below. A group of moms or presidents of these leagues that will help you with your breastfeeding, because it is a struggle, and if you can't get it, then it is quite disappointing, and you do sometimes feel like you're failing as a mother, and it can get pretty emotional. So I highly recommend seeing someone. So if you're in LA, there's another place called the Pump Station, which is a place that my pediatrician recommended. Over there they have lactation consultants, and they also have all types of goods for your breasts and breastfeeding. So if you're looking for something other than the Medela Nipple Shield, then there are other things that you can find, but yeah, even though you have flat nipples or introverted nipples, please don't give up on breastfeeding. Give it a chance, and yeah, there's so much great stuff in your breast milk that you want to give to your child. Again, you can go to formula. I'm not judging or anything, but don't give up on breastfeeding so soon, because I almost did and I would have regretted it, but right now I am quite enjoying it. My boobs are still healing because it's only week 3 and I finally got this off, but yeah, it is looking better and brighter, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, I'll try to put as much information down below, but if you have any questions, just ask in the comments, or if you're a little embarrassed, just go onto Facebook and you can direct message me, or you can tweet me and we can talk about it some more. Good luck with everything, and I will see you soon in a new video. Alright, bye! Hey you guys, it's Friedia here, and today I have my husband because in today's video I want to talk about my labor and delivery story. And since I was sort of out of it in the later half, I thought I'd have Sunny here to help me out to tell the story.
Yeah, I was there. I experienced the whole thing too.